world class. And even I got hooked.
Championships and trophies, nangangalawang yan.
Ang kalaban ko lagi is myself. Yung isang decision na yon, pag mali yun, malaking effect na yun eh.
This should be taken by some kind of network. It should be a show.
Never ako nagkaroon ng hater, ng bully, as in like, nagsabi na hindi ka makakarating, na may na-achieve anything in life.
This show brought out the best in what you do.
Walang nag-guide sa akin that time. Siguro wala ako sa volleyball.
Kailangan mo dyan tapang, for me Hindi ka pwedeng mahihayin.
At least masabi ko nag-guess ako dito.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of For the Love of the Game, inspiring possibilities through real-life sports stories. Ako po, si Ken Pangilinan, joined here by my co-host, the Dino Lee, and the One-Armed Mamba, Miss Kat Tan. Kamusta, guys?
Okay naman.
Hey guys, good evening.
ECQ tayo. Balik tayo ECQ.
Oo nga. And siyempre, medyo mas late tayo, no? 9 p.m. tayo for tonight because our special guest is all the way from New Jersey. Umaga doon, 9 a.m. So, she woke up early for this episode and we're so thankful and very grateful to have her here on our show. So, yun, maraming salamat for choosing to spend your Wednesday evening with us, whether you're watching on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Kumu. So, ayun. Maraming salamat, guys. And since you're watching this episode live, you have a chance to win one of the 5 gift packs courtesy of our collab partner, Milo Philippines. So, all you have to do is follow at Milo Philippines and at For the Love of the Game on Instagram. Share your biggest takeaway from this episode. Share this episode on your Instagram stories. And don't forget to mention at Milo Philippines and at For the Love of the Game PH. And winners will be announced on our next episode. So yung gift pack niyan includes a Milo mug, a sports bottle, and a drawstring bag. So speaking of winners, so I'll just announce the winners from our last episode with Mary Joy Tabal. So Maria Catayas Ablando, LM Odron, Denel Jane, Julian Gonzaga Catolico, and Morante Philippines. So, yon. Congratulations, guys. So, just send in our Instagram account your complete name, address, and contact number for your prizes. So, yon.
Yan. Okay na, Ken. Gusto mo, inom ka muna ng Milo para...
Ganda na segue, ha?
para makahinga tayo ng konti. So, yeah. There you go, guys. Again, to everyone who's watching us right now, thank you for being with us tonight. We encourage you all to please share this episode, like and share this or tonight's episode on your page. And to those who haven't followed us yet, you can find us on Facebook, YouTube, Kumu, and Instagram at For the Love of the Game PH, and on Twitter it's at FTLOTGPH. So you can also catch our audio episodes on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Anchor. So just type in FTLOTG on the search box to find us right there.
So I'm seeing some comments. Sobrang excited na sila. We're excited as well. So yun, wag na nating patagalin pa. Let's introduce our special guest for tonight. So she is a member of the Division I NCAA school Farleigh Dickinson University and was part of the historic team in the FIBA Under-18 Women's 3x3 Asia Cup back in 2019, winning a bronze medal and was a quarterfinalist naman sa FIBA Under-18 3x3 World Cup, a former team captain of Gill St. Bernard's High School, a Milo champion, and a brand ambassador. So before we bring her in, please watch this trailer.
One young lady is set to embark on the latest phase of her blossoming career.
platform to not only showcase our skills, but to also play the game that we love.
Guys, please welcome the Filipina baller sensation, none other than Miss Ella Fajardo.
Hi! Good morning from here in New Jersey, and thank you guys for having me. Thank you also to Milo. I have my mug right here, and I'm like loving the support from everybody in the comments. Greg Reyes says that he's been waiting since yesterday, and that means a lot to me. So yeah, I'm so grateful for being here, you guys. And you know, just watching the trailer, I was like, wow, I'm just so thankful that you guys are still engaged to women's basketball, and especially like in the Philippines. Obviously, I'm not from there right now, but I know that a lot of things have not been going well. Like just let's say I was supposed to go to 3-on-3 Hungary, and that was canceled. And you know, you don't hear anything UAP wise. So you know, just to see that you guys are still engaged with women's basketball, and you know what I'm trying to do to help women's basketball in the Philippines, it means a lot. So thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited. And like they said, if anybody has any questions or wants a shout out, just put it in the comment section and I'll be sure to shout you out.
Perfect. Well said, Ella. So let's go. Let's hit it off with some comments here. Alemap Anipse. Good luck, Ella.
Thank you po.
Ayan. And then from Mark Allen Tiglao. Wow! Special shout out. What's your special shout out for Mark?
Special shout out to Mark Allen. Thank you so much for being here.
Right. Yeah, of course, Greg has been waiting here since yesterday. I don't think he has slept.
Right.
No, I'm just kidding. So, guys, this is an opportunity for not just Ella to promote women's basketball, but for me, for Ken and Kat to practice English again in our platform. Of course, going back to Mark Andre, let's go.
Hi, Mark Andre. Thanks.
You
for
have a lot. These guys are probably your subscribers in your YouTube channel, right?
I think so. It says that they're watching from YouTube. So
right.
Jose Palma, I think, is also watching from YouTube. Thank you for being here.
Right. You have like I think 90,000 subscribers, right?
As of right now, I think the last time I checked was 88.7. So I'm really trying to go for that 100,000 so that I get that silver button. That would be cool.
So guys, if you haven't subscribed, check out the YouTube channel of Ella Fajardo. Every sub counts. Yeah.
Yes, every sub counts. Thank you.
Yeah. And of course, from John Cheng, one of our avid viewers, what's up, FTL TG fam? I hope everyone is having a wonderful and splendid Wednesday evening. Now for Ella, it's Wednesday morning.
Right. I hope you had a wonderful Wednesday morning, but now I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday evening watching us.
Right. And then of course, from Jovelyn Del Mendo, Fran. Good luck, Ate Ella.
Hi, Jovelyn. Thank you for supporting.
Oh, I think Mark Andre is from Jersey. I think he knows the timeline. Good morning, champ.
Yeah. Good morning.
And then from Arsenic with the Heart, Ella.
Thank you for supporting and watching. Stick around.
What does Greg mean here? Guyabano.
My last upload, literally just a few hours ago. We're able to get like a combo, right? So we got all the food and stuff, and that also comes with a drink. So I got Guyabano juice, the one that has like the sippy cup thing,
right?
Cup, but like this like special thing, and I got that, and I made my teammate try it.
Right.
Like this,
maybe
it's like apple juice.
Right. So you've been mainly focused on basketball content, and at the same time allowing people in the States to try out Pinoy food.
Right.
Maybe the next time is you're gonna do some giveaways, right?
Yes, I'm definitely gonna do a giveaway at 100,000K. Yeah.
Wow. So guys, make sure to hit that subscription button
Yeah.
for 100K. And for the giveaway. Yeah, from Gab Ferreras, the future is here. After Jock, trust me, she will be the top caliber player in the Gilas women's team. Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Gab. I always see him like commenting on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Thank you so much for supporting me on basically all platforms. I always see you, always hear you, and thanks again for being here today.
Wow. My God. Thank you, Gab. Of course, watching us since episode 4. My God, you have a lot of fans. Ella, give me a shout.
If we're gonna read all these comments right now, we're not gonna end the night.
Well, Ella said she has all day, so
I do have all day.
Yes, all day.
Ella, give me a shout out from Goofy99 _.
Yes, Goopy99 _. Thank you for being here. This is your shout out. Please spread the word.
Right. From this is my friend Ria. Hello, Ella.
Hello, Ate Ria.
Is this Ryan Reyes from Talking Text? I don't know, but
No,
yeah.
my friend. Hi, Ryan.
Okay. Your friend pala.
Yeah, we saw each other like 4 days ago. Hi, Ryan. He's in
Yeah.
Florida. Thanks
Arsenic wants a shout out. Yeah, we're just gonna go through this quickly.
Hello. Shout out to you. Thank you for being here.
Right. And
Arsenic.
then Ella, with all your basketball credentials, oh man, what else? You are the best, my friend.
You are the best.
Thank you.
Wow.
Denzer Fernandez. Thank you. Thank you so much for your kind words.
And then from the same person earlier on, Goofy99 _. I love watching your vlogs, Ella. I always watch your videos. So please
Thank
do promote it as well. Please do promote it.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being so patient. I try my best to like post once every week, but sometimes it's like once every 2 weeks.
Right.
How do you find time like doing all those stuff? Like, I mean, how is it like for you in a day, like making all these vlogs? Like,
Well, generally, I don't have the best attention span, so it takes about 3 to 4 days, and it's kind of like in and out, in and out. And I think it's just like trusting the process, like knowing that, the third, fourth day, it's really gonna come along, and that's when I'm gonna really like editing, because the editing process is pretty long. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't know, just knowing that that you may like make an impact on someone, and that they're gonna enjoy it, and be happy watching it. That's what keeps me going.
Right. And it's good that you're promoting Pinoy products, right?
Yeah. They really love it. That's why.
Boy Bawang, let's go.
I know.
Yeah. And from Josephine Mirabales, Women
my
Empowerment, of
mother-in-law.
course. Yeah, Ken's mother-in-law. We're probably gonna talk about it later on because Ella is an advocate of that. John Cheng, grabe, nosebleed ako dito. Masanay ka na. And then, ayun, from Greg, Lumpiang Shanghai. Lumpiang Shanghai made this happen. He told.
Oh my gosh.
And then from Dan Rillo, hi Ella, good luck.
Hi, Dan. Thank you. Thank you for wishing me luck.
And can't wait for Fajardo
Jesus.
ex De Jesus. Who's
Yes.
De Jesus?
Vanessa De Jesus.
Okay. She's Division 1, right?
She's also, yes, Division 1 at Duke. Yeah.
Oh, Duke. Nice.
Okay.
Will there be a chance that you're gonna compete against her? Going against
there's a chance that I can compete against her. There's also a chance that I can play with her at Gilas. Hopefully, if both their schedules work out, because now we're in college, it's a bit different from high school.
Right.
But hopefully, her and I could be backcourt together. That would be cool.
Right. But I think she's a bit older than you, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, she's a year older than me.
Right. Got it. Perfect. Yeah, of course, just a few more comments. Good evening, FTLTG fam. Good morning,
Kathy.
Ella.
Hello, Ate Kathleen. Thank you for being here.
Right. Speaking of that, come on, guys. Let's make it possible for Ella to reach 100K subscribers. Later on, she'll be talking about it and she'll be promoting it as well. From Vian Nagit, hey Ella, stay safe.
Hi, Vian. Stay safe
And
as well.
Russell Olaires is excited for the giveaway. Shout out. Shout
Shout
po,
out to
Lord.
Russell Olareyes. Thank you
Yeah.
for saying that. I promise there's gonna be a giveaway. Of course.
Right.
Dino,
Oh, yeah.
yan,
Eto?
yan,
Okay.
yan.
Go. Ikaw na, Kat. Ikaw na. Ikaw mahilig sa pick-up line dito eh.
Wow! Sunshine said, I will start early with the cheesy lines. If you are a basketball, I would never shoot you because I will always miss you.
Wow. I've never heard
Wow.
that one.
Wow.
I give you credit for being original because I've never heard of that.
Wow.
Right, right.
Wow. Nice one. Nice one.
Nice one. I'm sure, Ella's gonna get so many cheesy lines when she gets to college.
And I honestly, I cringe reading that. That was the first time I read it. And like, wow. I cringe, and given my age, man, that's yeah. But anyway, Ella, we're gonna start now. Like, we just wanna check in with you. Like, how are things going on with you right now? What keeps you active? Right? Like, how are things there? In New Jersey with you. So, yeah.
Okay, so I actually just got back home from our college summer workouts, which it was exactly a month. I got there June 6th, and then I got back home July 6th. And I just had an amazing experience there. I'm not gonna lie, it was very intense, very tough. We'd wake up at 7 a.m. to go to our 8 a.m. either conditioning workout or a lifting workout, and then we'd go back to the dorm and I'd like sleep the whole time because I'm not the best morning person. I'm still adjusting. And then usually sometime in the afternoon we'd have like a 2-hour practice. So it's like a total of maybe 3 hours, like with our coaches there with us. And then since it's just the women's basketball and the men's basketball, nobody else has the basketball court except for us. And we do have shooting guns. So in my free time, I either just shoot around in the court by myself with a teammate. If I don't feel like using the shooting gun, I could just take it out and then practice on other things.
Right.
But besides that, I am home. This is my house, not my dorm or anything. And I have about a week from now until I go back to college. So I think I'm just savoring all the time that I have with my family and just eating as much Filipino food as possible.
Good one. Ella, may I ask, since you went through pandemic as well, I know you were a brief part of during the pandemic, you were here in the Philippines and then you
Right.
flew back to the States. And you just mentioned it, FIBA 3x3 Mongolia, I think this was supposed to be your last year as part of the under-18 team, right?
Right.
Right. So having that canceled and going through this pandemic, what was the experience like and what was your takeaway from that?
Oh, it was so like depressing because last year I was supposed to go to Basketball Without Borders, and I was also supposed to compete for 3-on-3 uh, World Cup in Hungary, but both of those got canceled. This was last year once the pandemic just started.
Yeah.
And I remember, being like just really sad about it, but also understanding because that's when it was at a high. It was like last year summer, right? And then this year, it's like, okay, this is my last year. I really hope it pushes through. I turned 18 in March, so it would literally be my last go. I can't play anymore. And then the one that I was supposed to go to is actually in Hungary, and it's actually going. They didn't cancel it, but with the condition in the Philippines right now, they just didn't feel like it was safe to send us to Hungary. Actually, so that I was like kind of pissed off. I'm not gonna lie, more like pissed than angry because I was seeing all the Instagram story posts from Hungary, like my friends from Hungary from last time, my friends from Netherlands who I played against and we beat going there, and it's just like it's like going back to square one, not being able to go there. So, but you know what? I can't really complain about it anymore. There is FIBA Asia Cup going on in September to October. It's September 27th to October 3rd in Jordan. And Coach Pat invited me to go there. I'm working out the logistics with my teachers, my academic advisors, so that I'll be able to go there. But that's definitely a go. They're definitely going there. And like I said, just trying to sort it out so that I can go with them.
Right.
Yeah, so those are things to look forward to. But
Yeah.
we have to go all the way back, Ella, because
Sure.
because your basketball journey has been awesome to say the least. So
Thank you.
yeah, from what I know, your dad is a big Filipino basketball fan, and your sister as well is playing basketball. So for you personally, what did it come naturally for you to just start learning basketball? How did it start for you?
Okay, so at my old middle school, my dad kind of just literally threw me into a basketball camp. Well, he asked me. He was like, "Oh, do you wanna try playing basketball?" And I was in 3rd grade, so I was like 9 years old. I was like, "Sure, whatever. Like, what else am I gonna do?" Sure, I guess.
Whatever.
Exactly. And then I mean, I remember liking it, but kind of just like meh. You know what I mean? Like you're just a kid. It's just like something for you to do. And I have no idea what my dad saw in me, like what kind of potential he saw in me, because I definitely was not the most gifted. I was definitely still the shortest. And I was when kids like they make a shot and they celebrate, like they don't even go down. They're like they make it and they're like, yes, and then they celebrate with everyone. Like I was like that kid because I like never made a shot. So that's kind of how it started. And then I always say that my sisters have an advantage over me because it's like they were born on the court. Like I'd always be on the court. So even when they were like 5 years old, they'd be there with me just watching.
Right. That's Ava and Andy.
Right. That's both Ava and Andy.
So when was it like when was the time like you realized like your potential as a basketball player, like for you that moment, like you realize, hey, I'm actually pretty good at this, like I want to pursue this like growing up, like when I get older, right now.
Okay, 3rd grade I wasn't good like at all, and then my dad said that he saw something in me that's like kind of like heart over height, you know what I mean? Like I didn't have it skill wise. I was not the best shooter or anything, but I was willing to stay in the gym for long hours. I was willing to like trust his process because he was my first coach ever, and he always like gave me dribbling drills for like 2 hours, but like I wouldn't really complain about it, and he saw that in me. And he saw that I was diving for the loose balls, stuff that you can't necessarily control with talent.
Intangibles.
Yeah.
Intangibles.
Right, the intangibles. So he saw that I had that, and he saw that I had hard work. So literally like that summer of 3rd grade, we worked hours and hours for like 2 months. And so by the time I was back in 4th grade, I was scoring like 20 points in like the Catholic league because I went to Catholic school. So that's kind of where I was like, okay, like I'm definitely doing something to set myself apart, and it's doable. I knew that I wasn't like the best, but with the time that I put in outside of the games, I saw that I had potential, like the same potential my dad was talking about. So I guess you could say that's when I started to take it more seriously, because that's when my schedule started like being, I knew I had basketball for 3 to 4 hours in my day, and that's when I started taking it seriously.
Right. So your dad just let you try the sport, and then when he saw that you were dedicated to the sport, he started pushing you.
Right.
Exactly. Pushing you to be better. Oh, exactly. I see.
Exactly.
So to answer this question, is your dad your great influence for playing hoops? Good luck, Puso.
I would say so. Sometimes my dad would talk about how he was the greatest at basketball growing up. You know what I mean? Like, he gives himself a little bit of hype. Like, I'll give him that. But yeah, he was a point guard, so I feel like he's really helped me be a true point guard as well. And then he'd make me watch like Jason Castro with him, Jimmy Alabag, like, the players that he grew up watching that were point guards, and he'd like break everything down for me as well as his experience. So I'd say he's probably the greatest influencer for me because he's my very
Right. Exactly. And there was a story that Lester Castillo of Milo told me that when you were still young, your dad, you and your dad flew into to the Philippines to attend Milo sports camps, right?
right, right,
Regularly during the summer.
right. Every
Like how, like what was that experience like, having your mom and your dad supporting you with basketball, and at the same time knowing that you're gonna be an independent woman when you start college, because you're gonna stay in the dorm, right?
right.
Your dorm.
Yes.
So what is it that you're gonna take away from them, that you wanna, greatest takeaway from your parents na you wanna apply as you move along towards your college career onwards?
Right. I think now that I'm in college and I'm starting to really grasp everything, even just like my money situation. Like when my parents dropped me off, I was like, bye, bye, whatever. And then at 5 p.m., it struck me that I need to think about dinner. I need to think about breakfast the next day, lunch the next day, dinner the next day, and then like just forever, basically. And I'm like, wow, my parents really like took so many sacrifices for me, with gas money. That's like a huge thing. I would travel all around the place from well, I've been to California. Well, that's a plane ticket, but California, Kentucky, Chicago to play on the best like exposure camps, exposure tournaments. And when you're a kid, you're just like, whatever, right? Or even like before playing, you don't necessarily think I'm gonna play so good for my parents. Like you just don't think about that, But like now in college, I see like how they've sacrificed so many things for me to be where I am today, like Division I basketball, full ride. So that's what really motivates me to make the most out of every practice, every free gym time. I try to be there because I know how much my parents support and have worked hard for me.
Yeah. So, a big part of why you got recruited in FDU was your stint in high school
Yeah.
in Gill St. Bernard's. I know it got cut short in your last year, but it was a good experience for you. But looking back at your whole high school career, what was your like fondest memories and biggest takeaways from that experience?
From just basketball or kind of just like
Yeah, the whole thing.
I'd say I really liked my senior year, even though like there was still COVID because everybody could drive. Like I was able to bring my car on campus and I didn't have to use the school bus anymore. So it's always like after school, hey, what are you doing? To my best friend, like maybe we should go get like something to eat or something. And then we'd always like after school, like I don't know, just do the most random stuff, like walk around or eat,
Right.
talk about like what happened.
Right.
And I think also when I gave them Filipino food for my YouTube channel, like I think the first and second time actually.
The
because-
viral YouTube videos.
Right, both of them. Because some of the people I asked, I like never talked to them ever. And
Oh wow.
I don't know if they were scared because I was like a senior and some of them were like sophomore, freshman, and I was like, hey, do you want to try my food? But I think that was actually really nice because I got to connect with people I didn't know about, and then like I'd see them in the hallways and they'd be like, oh, how did your YouTube video go? And I was like, oh, you can check it out whenever you want. And they'd be like excited for me. That was really nice. That was definitely an experience like I wouldn't have experienced if it weren't for like vlogging and YouTube.
Right. What about basketball? Like what do you miss? What do you miss the most about basketball, and what are you looking forward to, like in college?
I think I miss
Particularly for them.
Yeah. I think I miss my friends the most. Like, we just had like really good team chemistry and we all liked each other. So I feel like that really showed in the court. Yeah, every game was very different. And every game, like I really had a really good time. I can't really like pinpoint exactly one game because I just knew that everybody was giving it their all because of the pandemic. And yeah, I just miss them a lot. Like I still see them because they're all my best friends, and it's just crazy to think that I won't be playing with them anymore. Like some of my best friends on the team, but they always say they're gonna watch my college games.
Right. Yeah. Talking about during your high school, during your stint as a high school player for your team, and at the same time playing for the Philippines, representing the Philippines at the FIBA 3x3. How did it start for you? Like, how did that opportunity open up for you, and how did you feel about it, knowing that you were born and raised in the States, and now you're representing a country because you're Filipino by blood, but you're representing a country that you may not have experienced fully the culture.
Right. That's a good question. So how that happened was, like you said before, I used to go to the Milo
Milo.
camps, right? Like every single summer. And shout out to Coach Julie because it's Coach Julie who came in contact with me and stayed in contact with me through Facebook. That by the time, what was it? I was 16 years old. They needed one more player to play on the U18 3-on-3 FIBA Asia Cup in Malaysia and FIBA World Cup in Mongolia. And, you know, they basically needed one more girl. And this is the first time that we were going to make an international presence. So I guess they really needed someone solid. And that someone solid was all the way in America. So they kind of just asked me, like, are you coming here at any time? You know, we need a player. You'd still try out though. Like this is not like a sure deal. So my parents were like, yes, like my parents being so supportive. They brought me to the Philippines and I had like one chance to basically show them that I was good enough for the team. Because Coach Pat could only make like one appearance. He was like traveling all over the place and he wanted to see me in person. So this was like a big deal for me. And like before this, I've watched like all the Gilas women's games. So it was literally like all the people I watched on YouTube was there. Like Ate Jack, Ate Janine Cortejos, Camille Castro, all of them were there. And I was playing against them at 16 years old and they're already like, you know, with jobs and 20-plus-year-olds. So I'm like kind of panicking, but I know that I have to keep my composure because this is my only chance. Coach Pat is watching me, and yeah, I could potentially represent my country. So obviously that worked out for me, thank God. And in terms of the second part of your question, you said, how is that for me while not knowing fully the culture, like being raised here in the United States? The transition wasn't too bad because Filipinos being Filipinos, they're very welcoming. They're not like, oh, she's from America, like I'm not going to talk to her. They always try to start a conversation with me. But there also there's those ates who are like, don't talk to me if you're not going to talk Tagalog because you know they want to challenge. They want to at least try to speak or like to learn. And that helped me. Like I remember eventually. Like a month before I left, like I was talking to everyone, and even if it was Taglish, like they like, I don't know, I formed so many bonds with them because speaking Taglish, learning more Tagalog, dancing with them to songs I don't even like understand the words to, just little stuff like that. I enjoyed a lot.
Right.
Yeah. So I guess obviously you had an instant connection with your teammates here in the Philippines, like and the Gilas team. Who would you like? What was the most? I think during that experience, what was the most memorable experience for you in your mind right now? Like, I think aside from the hard work that you always put in during trainings and stuff, like what can you share the most fond memories of you with your teammates and your coaches?
I think I'm gonna say one of the moments that I like really embraced and I really enjoyed is actually kind of funny. Not funny, but like not even that significant, you think, is after the practices they would have like I guess baon for us. Like it would be like tinola and rice, and that's kind of just like post workout they give it to us, and we'd all like eat together with a nice aircon upstairs, and just talk about life. And I don't know, like I said, they were like just very nice to me, even though I look up to them as my ates and my idols even, but they'd always
Right.
be like, "Oh, Ella, like how are you liking the practices? How are you liking your stay here? Do you miss your family?" Because I had to like dorm with them actually, because I was with them 2 times a day for practicing. And that's when I really got to know them as people, you know what I mean? Not just like people I watched that are from the Gilas women's team. Like I really got to know them on a personal level. And that was just really nice.
What is
Right.
the I guess main or learning? What's the most important lesson that you've learned from that or from them as your ates and from your coaches? What is your biggest lesson or takeaway from that?
I think that relationship is like really important. It's really important for you to like bond with your teammates outside of the court, because
Right.
after getting to know them, more than just a basketball player, but like what's going on with their families and stuff, you can tell that the chemistry changes on the court, and that you trust each other more, and you're always like high fiving each other, making sure that that person's okay. It's really beyond basketball at that point, actually.
Right. Relationships, right?
Right.
And I think it's pretty much evident for a lot of Filipinos of the historic accomplishment that you, Camille, and your teammates were able to accomplish back in 2019 in the FIBA under 18 3x3, FIBA Asia under 18 3x3,
Asia, yes.
right? And it's funny because both you and Camille, who are still young at this point of you guys have young careers and you have so much to look forward to,
Right.
right? And both of you said that moment was something that you guys are most proud of.
Yes, for
You said
sure.
that too. My question is, like, apart from that, what felt, what was personally for you, what was special about that journey?
What was special about that journey?
Because if I'm not mistaken, for a lot of a lot of NBA players, when they play in the Olympics, it gives them confidence.
Right.
When they come back when they win the gold medal, they recently won the gold medal, and when they come back, they sometimes they become a lot of times they become a different player.
Yes.
Like, was that something you took away from that experience, or was there something else that was special for you apart from the historical feat that you guys were able to accomplish?
I definitely had that newfound confidence in me, and almost like, I guess, Filipino pride, like knowing that kind of like, yeah, I was on Gilas. I played internationally. Like, not to be boastful about myself, but more of like to, believe in myself more, or, if I'm guarding someone, kind of like to take something personal, and, just to show it to myself on the game. I think that actually did like boost my confidence a lot, and even just like the way that I was playing, like I felt like I became smarter. The game slowed down for me in terms of like me being able to see everything faster, because 3-on-3 is like so intense, so fast. Everything's like offense, defense, offense, defense.
Yeah.
And it's like 5-on-5. It's like everything slows down almost.
Right. Perfect.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ella, you mentioned like your dad. Yeah, he's a big Filipino basketball fan. Fan of Gini Melapag, Jason Castro. When you went in, suiting up for Gilas, like what was his advice to you when you were starting out?
Proud yun. Proud na proud
Yun
yun.
nga eh.
He was
Ako nagturo dyan.
Yeah, he's actually so proud. Like he's always like before opening like all our gear, basically like this shirt, the Gilas Filipina shirt. Like, we had two of these maybe, yeah, two of these, and then two of these that were also like the royal blue. And then obviously my jersey, the shoes. My dad would be taking so many pictures before I opened it, and he'd be like, "Oh, stand over there and take a picture with." And then he'd be like, he was. It was like so funny to see.
I think
Actually. Yeah, and
that's
then,
where you got your vlogger. The
right.
vlogger in you came from your dad.
Yes, and then when I'd have the jersey on, he'd be like fixing it all the time, and then like. It was a very, very nice moment for him, actually. And then I think one of the funny things he said was like, because obviously I have my last name at the back, Fajardo. He was like, "You got to make a name for yourself because everybody's gonna be asking if you're the
My
your
daughter.
no, not only that, but it's what's his name, Junmar Fajardo."
Junmar. Yeah.
Yes. He's like, "We're not giants. We did not get that line. You're gonna make a name for yourself. We're like the complete opposite here, but it's okay." So yeah, he's very proud, very proud.
Is it accurate to say like you're living his dream? Like
I guess so. I mean, I don't know if you really like aspired to be like Gilas, but he's a proud Pinoy. He watched all the Gilas games. He showed me all the Gilas games. He broke it down even before I even got to try out. So this was like, I think he understood like the impacts of what I was doing definitely more than I did at the moment.
He understood what it would take for you to play for
Right.
Gill. Yeah, got it. Yeah, speaking of dream, right? Your dad, is proud of you. I think there's a question here that's relevant towards that from some guy.
Mm-hmm.
Is the WNBA
is
the
some guy?
Yeah, from some guy, right? Is the WNBA your ultimate goal? What do you think it? If not, what is? I just want to add that. What do you think it will take for you to be the first Filipino to do so? I sincerely believe you can make it.
Okay, so thank you for that question, some guy. It was just so funny when you said that because you were so serious. Well, if the WNBA, like if that opportunity comes up, of course I would like look into it and take it. But I think as of right now, as a freshman at Fairleigh Dickinson University, I'm just trying to learn as much as I can because I know there's so much to learn. I have such a long way from my coaches, from my teammates, and I just really want to savor that. Also because I do want to take that knowledge to the Philippines and hopefully teach the youth, especially the youth in girls basketball. And what do I think? Well, what would take for me to be the first Filipino to do so? I really think that the international experience playing in Gilas helps a lot. Seeing how much it helped me build my confidence just in high school basketball and travel basketball, I feel like that would boost my confidence in knowing that I've played international teams, Czech Republic, Netherlands, France, like
wow.
Big, yeah, exactly. So I think my college career is very, very important. Of course, I want to finish my studies, and with the help of like the Gilas program, and playing against at the Jack, and playing against again probably Japan, Korea in the FIBA Asia Cup that I'm about to take part in. That's definitely going to help. But thank you for believing in me.
I'm pretty sure you're looking forward competing against Japan, right? They just finished.
Oh, I watched
silver.
that. I watched that. My dad was like giving me the side eye the whole time. He's like, "So what are you guarding?"
Oh, okay. So I'm pretty sure you're looking forward to competing against Japan.
Definitely. I mean, they were really good. Really, really good.
Yeah, some more comments. Have you ever been featured on Overtime or House of Highlights? Just curious.
Yes, I've actually been featured on Overtime, and part of the highlight reel. I don't know if you remember. I'm wearing the green pinny, and then I like lay it up on the right side. that was posted on overtime because like my hand was stuck in my penny. Like that was like a one-handed layup. And I didn't even mean for that to happen. I don't know how it happened, but at the end of that video, I'm like trying to take out my hand, like you see it. So it's kind of like a party trick or something. So that was featured on overtime.
Is it on YouTube?
Is it on YouTube? Sorry.
Is it on YouTube?
No, but it's on my Instagram.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I saw that, and then I was like, yeah, well, I guess doing a one-handed shot looks cool. So
yeah, you live with that. You should be on overtime.
Yeah, I got no choice, but
right.
Yeah, but I mean, like seeing it like with you, like when you did that, when I saw it, it's like, oh, pretty awesome. Like you look, I mean, you look cooler doing it than like me doing it. So, I mean, I won't even compete with that. So,
gives you even more credit at it because I don't know how I made that, and I was very confused while taking the layup. I was like, "What is happening?" I felt out of balance.
Wait, I don't know the term. What's a penny?
A penny is like a practice jersey. Just like the thing that you put over so that they know that you're on your team.
yung ano lang siya, yung manipis lang siya na ano. Parang
okay.
siyang, parang back to back siguro yun na ano.
Okay, got it. Yeah, some more comments. Virtual hug coming from Greg Reyes. Wow.
Virtual hug. Wow.
Road to 100K on YouTube. And, of course, coming from Russell, we both enjoying Milo right now. Thank you, Russell. Of course, Milo is supporting our episode for tonight. And of course, from Kathleen Cañales. Good luck on your college life and basketball journey, Ella. God bless. By the way, I love watching your vlogs.
Thank you, Ate Kathleen. Hope to post more soon. Stay tuned.
I just have to say, like, when you watch Ella's vlogs, like, it gives you good vibes already. Like, it's so positive. Like, it's really like gonna make your day, guys.
Do you have like days where
I'm trying to say, I don't know where you get your energy in doing it and and like showing it, but yeah, I mean, I just want to say, like, I get that vibe when I watch your videos, when I watch your vlogs, and I was like, man, this girl's awesome. Like with everything that you do, with everything that is on your plate right now. And yeah, I just want to say, like, I really enjoy your videos, your vlogs. So yeah, I'm sure you're gonna get to 200K. Like, yeah.
Thank you, Al. That means a lot.
Yeah. In relation to what Kat said, do you have days wherein you're pretty much an angry Ella? In opposite. Do you have those kind of days? Because it doesn't seem like you have those days with your good-natured approach towards life.
It's not necessarily angry days. It's more like angry mornings, because if I don't have breakfast, I get very agitated.
Oh, okay.
And my mom knows it. She's like, "You didn't eat, didn't you?" He's like, "I know this, Ella." He's like,
that's the only thing that makes you angry.
Yeah, because when you are angry, how do you not be angry? You eat more, and then when you eat, you're not angry anymore. So
exactly. Yeah. I know, right? Like, you're a big eater in the morning, like big breakfast? Yeah. What's your typical breakfast food?
Okay, sadly, I remember like feeling kind
bacon.
Yes, but being my mom being Filipino, it'd be like bacon and rice, or like bacon and egg.
Automatic rice.
Like
rice.
The rice just always has to be there, and then my friends are always just like, "Oh, that's a nice breakfast. What's up with the rice? Like, why'd you throw the rice in there?" And I'd be like, "Oh, like, I don't really know how to explain to you. Like, this is just how we do it." It is. But when I go to the Philippines and have that real like Filipino breakfast, sometimes not even just regular rice, but garlic rice.
Yeah.
That's like the best. Like, that's how you start your day off well. That's when you know it's not going to be an angry Ella day.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Speaking of food, what's your pregame meal? What's your go-to pregame meal? And there was someone who asked here, what is your pregame ritual?
Oh, I see that. Okay. Pre-game meal. This is actually when I try to like carbo load up, like have a lot of carbs either. Like that's when I'd really accept the rice and like literally any other type of ulam, because that really like you need that. You need that energy. Or sometimes I like eating a bagel. In New Jersey, you would like stack the bagel up with a lot of stuff. So you'd have like bacon, egg, and cheese inside a bagel. That's like the best. Or even
Bagel. Wow.
yeah, bagel. Or sometimes I like it's called lock spread. It's salmon and cream cheese like together. on
Wow.
a bagel.
Here in the Philippines, it's pandesal. In the Philippines.
Yeah, and sardinas.
Honestly,
The salmon.
Star margarine. Star margarine. I don't know if you've tried that.
and obviously I have my daily
Milo.
dose of Milo, like either in the morning or
Right.
pre-game. Or I also heard that peanut butter and jelly is a pretty good like pre-game, because the jelly for sugar and then I think the peanut butter for protein.
Protein.
And lately, like when I was in college or when I was in the summer session, before our lifting workouts, I would have a peanut butter and jelly because it's just fast and easy, and it's even something that you can make the day before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't have time for rice in college, and we can't even bring a rice cooker. Like that's, I was so mad. I was really mad. That was like the Filipino in me, like no rice cooker. Well, and then
Yeah. Apart from food, what's your pregame ritual
my
from
pregame
Russell?
ritual, I try to get there as early as possible, and then I have what do you call this? Like a band, an elastic band, and then I like put that on my feet to activate my glutes. Like I have a few exercises specifically to activate my glutes and my joints.
Right.
And then if there's like ever a gym open, like if the gym is open before that, I get some shots up, go through like dribbling drills and all that stuff, just so that before the game I'm more than prepared.
Right.
Yeah. So Ella, you're pretty vocal to be a devoted Catholic and very family oriented. So I'm sure it has been a big part of your life. But in basketball particularly, how has that helped you?
Oh, it has helped me immensely. Like, what do you call this? I didn't really start taking my religion that seriously until the pandemic, actually. And I feel like that's what helped me keep sane, I guess, because, with the 3-on-3 Hungary Asia Cup being canceled, I was so mad, but I was like, okay, this has to be like a sign from God. Like, that you're going to play Division I basketball. It's not like, I know some kids in the Philippines, like their scholarship was literally taken away because of the pandemic, and they have to go back to their to the provinces and work with their families. So God really humbled me, and He reminded me to keep faithful to Him, keep being thankful for your journey and just making the most out of it, because He has truly blessed me with such a supportive family and with so many opportunities that I could share with the youth in the Philippines, like giving back to the Philippines. So it's definitely helped me my confidence as well, and knowing that I play for an audience of one, not for myself, and not for people in the stands, but to the man above who gave me these skills in the first place.
Yeah. Gratitude.
Yes.
Gratitude.
Yeah. Like Ella, like being in a sport which is, mostly dominated by men. Were you ever intimidated by? Have you ever played with guys there, like just some pickup games, or like in your school?
Yes, definitely here. Pick up games at the park. School also, because I was literally the only girl that took basketball that seriously, especially middle school. And then, I mean, even in high school, our girls team got respect. Like they knew that we took it very seriously. They knew that we travel thousands of miles to compete, to be seen by certain coaches, certain Division I coaches. And when I was in the Philippines for the Milo Best Center Camp, obviously everyone was a guy, so I would play with them like all the time.
Yeah, like I mean, like what have you learned as you're young? Like I wish the three of us are as young as you, but yeah, I mean, like as a young athlete, like what have you learned about yourself? Like with all the experiences you've had, like as I've said, you're young, but you've got a lot of experiences beforehand. So, what have you learned about yourself?
What have I learned about myself? I guess that if I really want something, I'm gonna go for it. And if I'm like half and half on something, I'm gonna be half and half like at it. Like you know what I mean? If I really want to let's say get my floater game strong, I was really dedicated to like learning how to really implement that in my game. I think my junior year, that by my senior year I was using it all the time. So I'm like, oh, okay, if I really put the time into it, if I really want to be good at something, I'm really gonna do it. But if I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want to put time into this or something like that, then I'm not like the results really won't show. So I feel like I'm very capable of like learning to do things like my YouTube channel. If you look at my first videos, my edits were terrible, like really, really bad. Like I really want to delete it, but I'm like, don't delete it because you're gonna laugh at it anyway.
Right.
But you know, dedicating time into YouTube, trying to learn more editing stuff, editing skills for each certain video. Like you see the progress, and that's because like I put time into it. So I feel like not just me, but everybody's capable of learning something new as long as you put the time in. Yeah, that's it.
Like, do you have any inspiration? Like, I mean, like, have you drawn any inspiration from other women, in sports or in life in general? Who inspires you every day?
I think that I get my hard work, yes, from my dad, but I love like saying that I get it from my mom because I always see her working. And like I said before, when we go to Chicago, um, uh, California, and all that, my mom would always have her computer with her, like doing work low key or like trying not to show us that she's doing work, but she's always doing. She's just a very, very, very hard worker, and I look up to her a lot for that, for sure.
So, what goes through your mind, like, when you think of women in sports, and you just being an advocate for women empowerment? Like, what message would you give um, everyone out there, especially the young girls out there?
Mhm. Actually, the first person I think of when I think of women empowerment and you know just trying to give more opportunities for the youth, I think of my sister Ava. She's 13 years old. She's basically the
Wow.
next one up, and you know even for like let's say my Gilas program, Coach Pat is still is looking for sponsors for us to go to Jordan because it is a huge expense. And that's kind of something that like by the time my sister will hopefully be in Gilas, I don't want her to worry about that. Like I want to try and pave the way for these youth so that they don't have to, you know, question whether or not they want to pursue basketball, they want to pursue, you know, whatever their passion is, just because, you know, we're missing a few sponsors or we need more sponsors or we need more support. Like I want to make an impact so that that's not um, something that people question anymore. Like the support of people or the support for their sport.
Right. Right. Speaking of supporting your sisters, like how do you approach that? Being the eldest of, three kids with Ava following you and Andy, both are also playing basketball. As the older sister who wants to pave the way for them, how do you approach that and how do you execute that towards your sisters, especially as basketball players and as women?
Mm-hmm. I feel like definitely over the past few months, I've connected with my younger sister a lot. Both of us have a 4-year age gap, so I felt like before I didn't really have like a very, very solid relationship with her. It was kind of just like like you're in middle school and I'm in high school. Like, don't talk to me. Like,
That was before. That was before. That was before.
yeah, that was before. Like I've definitely like worked on that with her. that was on my part though. And I think it's because I saw her starting to take basketball a lot more seriously, which is why I was like, hey, like I'm always here for you if you need anything. Like I know that there will be people like all in your ear saying that you're not good enough or like questioning your skills just because the fact that you're Asian even. Like I just want her to know that, you know, I've been through that and you can always talk to me about that if you need me. Like I'm your, like I needed to tell her that I'm your ate and I'm like here to help you. It's not just like don't talk to me anymore because that was
right.
that was so immature of me. I don't
I'm just gonna do my thing.
right. Yeah.
There's like is there a sibling rivalry between the three of you?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Maybe if we like do one-on-one because I don't let Ava win because that's just like
Oh, okay.
pushing her. But outside of that, no, we're like really good. We're really good. Especially now that I can drive. They're always asking me to drive them places. So
Right.
we bond really well. I'm very
That's
thankful for that.
That's great. And you mentioned about being Asian, right?
Mhm.
And you're an Asian American.
Right.
And now we live in the world of social media, wherein everything that happens around us spreads quickly, right? In a like overnight, it spreads quickly. And during this pandemic, it was pretty much evident how racism has impacted our society, and particularly for sports. In the sport of basketball, a Taiwanese basketball player, an Asian American as well, Jeremy Lin, had an experience wherein he was called like, you know, coronavirus during a game in the G League. Like for you, do you have experiences like that, and how do you manage to overcome, you know, being discriminated as an Asian there in the States, particularly for sports?
I've definitely like experienced discrimination more playing sports than like just being a regular person.
Oh,
Actually, because it's like even coming back from the Asia Cup and winning that bronze medal, like the parents of my teammates, I was always very, very good with my teammates, but for some reason, like the parents always like didn't really want me to bring up the ball. They didn't think that I was good enough for like being first five. And then even my parents would hear them say like, "Oh, she's not a true point guard. She can't handle the ball and stuff like that." So it would actually my parents would hear a lot of it. And then it's really their choice whether or not to tell me. Like I'm pretty sure they didn't tell me everything that they hear, but they tell me that to let me know that like they're by my side and not to listen to them in case like I hear it from someone else. So that was basically like the discrimination I faced. Like also being a short Asian American, they're always like, you know, like they always said that I wouldn't play Division I basketball because of my height, and they like always question that. They're always like play my bigger child over her because she has more potential, or college coaches will like her more. Like that's just like I knew that was happening on the side, which it didn't really affect me because my parents were always there for me and always, you know, they're like, you play basketball. If something happens at the side of the court, like I'll take care of it. And that's my short Filipino dad. That's like, you know,
your short Filipino dad.
Yeah, he's like
Yeah.
my short, scary Filipino dad when he's angry, if you know what I mean. But yeah, that was like good to know though, because I knew that he'd take anything that, you know, was gonna discriminate me, or, you know, because you don't have to say hateful things like that, or you don't have to like say it out loud, because they would talk about it, and my dad doesn't. He does not let that happen.
Yeah. Some people are just like, you know, just I guess insensitive when it comes to things like that. They don't really worry about, you know, hurting others and stuff. Like, would you say those comments that you hear from others, like with for example your height, you know, like given that you think that it would be a disadvantage for you, like do those things keeps you motivated even more, like or you feel like you want to prove them wrong with everything that you hear on the side?
Definitely just turn that into motivation, because they only say those things to bring you down anyway.
Right.
So yeah, better just to turn it into motivation. That's also something that I talked to my sister about. Like, people are gonna say stuff that are gonna be nasty as you grow up, and I'm just just here to show you that you can make something good out of it, or you can prove to them like, actually I do. Actually, I can play Division One basketball. Actually, I played for the women's national team, and I medaled. I got a bronze medal. Just to be confident in yourself and not let those people just bring you down and affect your game.
Right. So
Exactly.
you never had an instance wherein you were telling the universe or life, why am I this short? You use that more as a motivation or a chip on your shoulder?
Honestly,
If
I think
if only I was this big. Did you have those kind of moments?
right. Honestly, I don't really think so, because growing up, everybody is taller than me on the basketball court. I kind of just got used to it. Like, when
Right.
when I would watch film of how I played and stuff, I'd be like, they were that tall? Like, why are they so tall? I just don't feel it anymore. There was this one picture at the FIBA Asia Cup. We were playing against who was it? Oh my gosh. New Zealand, and I was driving to the basket, and her shoulder was like right here, and I made the layup, and I was like, how is that even possible? Like, what is she eating that I'm not eating that makes her so tall? Because I eat everything.
Right.
So I think I'm honest. I think I'm just used to it at this point.
Right.
But it doesn't
So
really faze me as much.
right. So you fully accept who you are when it comes to
Right.
yeah.
There's
Right.
nothing I can do anymore. I turned 18.
Right,
I
right.
don't think there's gonna be a growth spurt. Might as well just love it how it is.
Right, right. Yeah. And speaking of which, going back to what we were talking about, in I think in a week, right? You're gonna start in 2 weeks. You're gonna start classes,
Right. In a
and
week.
in a
About.
week you're gonna go back to the dorm or
Right.
college dorm.
Yes.
And there was an article wherein you said that you were recruited for in FDU for your college team
Right.
for your leadership, right?
Hmm.
And on your senior year, during your senior year, you were actually the team captain.
Yes.
How does an Ella Fajardo bring? How do you bring in leadership to your team? Like how does leadership look like for
Hmm.
Ella Fajardo?
That's a really good question. Um,
Because it can be different ways, right?
right.
And
Definitely. Yes. When I had my first practice at Farleigh Dickinson University, um, it was a very different experience for me, because everybody was like literally on the same page. Everybody really wanted to get better, and it was like so loud. Like, there wasn't a moment of silence. The only moment of silence is if my coach is talking. But besides that, everybody's clapping their hands. Everybody's like cheering for the teammates, whoever's on the court. Everybody's getting ready to go on. So I was like, okay, how can I step in and be a leader here? So I made sure that I was the loudest. I was clapping for everyone. I was like just
as a
saying
freshman.
right. Yes, literally just saying whatever, so that my teammates know that I'm there for them, so that my coaches know that, hey, I'm really gonna step into this leadership role that you think that I can do, even if I'm a freshman. So that definitely paid off, because before I left college, I had a talk with my head coach, and she said that my leadership was definitely there, and I'm definitely one of the most vocal teammates on the court, which really meant a lot to me, because it was like I was losing my voice almost, and everybody on the team was losing their voice just for that, just for those practices. But yeah, definitely being a leader, in my perspective, is being vocal, so that everybody on the court knows what's going on exactly. I'm a point guard, so I need to make sure that everybody's on the same page. I'm the extension of the head coach. So it's almost like the team is my responsibility on the court. And I feel like I'm in a position where everybody's encouraging me to still be a leader, even though I'm a freshman.
Right. So apart from, being a leader despite being a freshman,
Mm-hmm.
how would you approach your this upcoming season? How would you approach that, and knowing that you still have 4 years?
Right. Definitely right now I'm focusing on like learning the plays on my own time so that, in the practice I really know them, I have them down. And I think just taking it one game at a time. We have very, very, very good opponents in season, not in season, in our schedule and out of our schedule. So I think it's more of just like taking it upon myself to watch more film, know all the plays, knowing my part is like who am I going to defend so that I can contribute to the team as much as possible. Because everybody has something to contribute. They're really good. Yeah.
Right.
Ella, you haven't even played yet in college. You haven't even played games yet. But
Nice.
judging from your YouTube channel, you seem very close to your teammates already. Like, how is that possible? How did you manage to do that in such a short time?
You can bond with anyone with food. I mean, everybody comes to you. But there was a lot of free time at college. So when we were not in the basketball court, we were either like eating out, just talking at the dorm, walking around. So yeah, you definitely had a lot of time to bond with your teammates.
Right.
Wow.
And TikTok. You guys do TikTok, right?
Yes, that's to burn the calories from from eating so much.
Right.
Yeah. Ella, it's been a wonderful time talking to you. Um, just wanna ask you, like, what's your message, especially since you're the youngest among all our 47 guests already, Dino, no?
Wow.
47, yeah, you're the youngest. What's your
46
message for
Yeah,
47?
47. Yeah, 47 CL. Yeah, right.
Yeah. So yun, what's your message, especially for the aspiring women ballers out there who wanna follow your path or make a mark in Philippine basketball?
For the aspiring upcoming youth playing women's basketball, especially, I just want to let you know that I'm definitely fighting for you. When I say that I take every practice and every open gym seriously, and the fact that I take advantage of that is because I have you on my mind. I know that I represent more than myself, but you guys upcoming. I don't want you to worry about sponsors or being able to make money off of what you love doing as a profession. I don't want you to worry about that, and I promise that I'm going to give it my all.
Yeah.
Even beyond my playing years. Even I just want to give you so much knowledge as to what I'm learning here in the United States, and just to be grateful, practice gratitude, respect your parents because they sacrifice like so much for you. Like
Love your siblings.
right, love your siblings. Don't push them away like me. I'm just kidding. I didn't push them away.
It's never too late to change, right?
Right. Yeah, I was like going through something. I don't even know. But yeah, and just to love whatever you're doing, so that it doesn't like seem like a job, but rather something you want to get better at, to better yourself as a person, as an individual, and just to embrace all the experiences that you have. Because if it's a good experience, that's awesome, that's great. If it's a bad experience, that's a learning block. Like you can learn something from that. And hard
And apart
always.
and apart from and apart from your upcoming college career, further down the road, you have plans of coaching. I think you mentioned that.
I did mention that. I don't know. Do I look like the next Coach Pat? I'm just kidding. Coach Pat is awesome. But no, I just seeing what he and Coach Julie and Coach Paul has done for the Gilas women's basketball program, all their wisdom and what we take from them is like immeasurable. Oh, and Coach Paulo. But yeah, it's just immeasurable how much we learn from them, and I just hope and pray to be as awesome as them when my time comes.
Right. Ella, before we have this special segment that we have here on FTLOTG, I just have one question as a basketball player.
Sure.
What do you think would be your next level? Something that you feel you need to work on that would enable you to get to the next level?
I'd say something that's always on my mind is to increase my range, like Steph Curry range.
Shooting?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dame and Steph range, right?
Right. Because the farther that you can shoot outside, the more that they have to respect your shooting. So that definitely opens up the court for everybody else. And once they're all up on your face, you could just drive and shoot or kick or something like that. So definitely like extending my range to the impossible.
Wow.
Good
Good luck with that. Yeah, for here and here, great answer. For sure, that's something that a lot of Filipinos, particularly for women bowlers, that they would look forward seeing someone that has that kind of range, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't think here in the Philippines there's someone like that. Di ba, Kat? I don't know.
Yeah.
I think Camille has pretty good range.
Camille is a shooter. Camille Clarin is a shooter. But I just want to say, I admire Ella's speed. I wish I have those knees, those legs of hers. Like, I mean, of course you have to level up your game and all, but I have to say your advantage is or for me, like I really wish I had your speed as a basketball player, and how you play the game, like even if people would see your height as a disadvantage, or at some point in your career your height might be a disadvantage for you, but definitely I just want to say you have a bigger heart. You have a heart of like when you with whatever you do, your heart wins over your height. So I just want to put it out there.
Inspiration to me too, Atika.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah,
that means
you really are.
Oh,
we're definitely gonna play basketball when you come here, Ella.
Yes, I'd love to.
You have to show us that range when you come back. Yes. Speaking of which, here in FTLOTG, someone here on Kumu said his name is Claude Van Damme. I'm a fan. Keep bowling. Ball is life.
Oh, thank you.
Right.
Thank you so much.
Right. So here in FTLOTG, we have this segment that we call Bet on Yourself. So we actually give our guests an opportunity to declare something that they want to achieve that they haven't achieved yet. So now for you, Ella, what would that be? So for example, for Migs Bustos, his goal was to be a UAAP analyst or UAAP, yeah.
That's cool. So something that I want to achieve, but I haven't
achieved. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that you can come back to this episode and I declared that and I made it happen.
Okay. Something that I do want to happen in the future, but I haven't accomplished yet, and I feel like I will accomplish, is take part in ministry, like Christian ministry. Like also
as what?
As what? Sorry.
As what?
Like what do you call this? As maybe like an evangelist, a missionary. I do want to spread my faith more. Even to kids that are.
Wow.
Yeah, I've never said that out loud.
Wow.
It's definitely something that's always like been at the back of my mind. Even like just caring for the poor and like giving back to those like really most in need. I feel like that's something that I need to do in my life.
Is this gonna be related to doing outreach with basketball, or this is completely totally unrelated to basketball?
literally anything that could like help support me, support other people. Like if it's my basketball career that helps me like raise awareness for it or like raise money to help others in need, anything.
Wow.
Nice.
Anything else, Ella, apart from that?
I forgot to shout out Koyo Monchi. I don't know if you know him, but he always
Yeah,
like
Mochi.
yeah, he always refers to me hi, he's right there. Yes, he said, hope you are enjoying my Netflix recommendations. I asked him to recommend me like the Tagalog movies and series because sometimes like that's how I learn, or like I challenge myself and I don't have any subtitles, so that it's literally just someone the dialogue is just Tagalog, and he always refers to me all the best Netflix recommendations, like just out of the blue too, and I always appreciate that. He's never shy, and I love it.
Right.
Hope
And
you're
then
doing well.
he mentioned buy pro clothing and support Ella's YouTube channel.
Yes, Pro Clothing is also for women empowerment, and I have a picture on my Instagram of me wearing it, so you could always check that out and click on the link there. It's for a really really good cause, and thank you for mentioning my YouTube channel, Wimwonchi.
Right. Yeah. So we're gonna, before we wrap things up and allow Ella to promote her socials, we have some comments here. Of course, I don't know if you count your calories. How many calories does
He's a basketball player.
like
Oh,
you need
how
each day?
How much do you need each day?
I don't
You don't
even
count.
count.
You
I
don't
don't.
count.
Do you count it? Like,
There was definitely a time where I not necessarily counted, but I was more aware of like high calorie dense food versus low calorie dense food. But definitely, if you're a basketball player or just an active person in general, you typically need more calories. Or like, let's say before you work out, like eat something that's like high in carbs so that you can last like longer.
Right.
Yeah. Just eat rice.
yeah, gives you energy.
Rice
Trust
and
me.
pandesal.
Right, rice pandesal.
So shout out
Yeah,
to
that's John Ronan
Limbadan.
Siya yung gumawa,
Yeah,
Dino,
he was the one who
Yes.
made the illustration. Yeah. He was the
Wow,
one.
you're so talented. You're
Right.
really talented. Thank you so much for making those. Those are amazing.
Right.
You know what LODS means? Ella?
I don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lods.
And then from
Oh, no.
Deta.
Oh, can you speak
Like-
Tagalog?
Sample.
I don't know. Could you like give me something to say? I'm probably gonna get it wrong.
Do you speak Tagalog in your household with your parents, your siblings? No.
Minsan lang.
Minsan lang.
Yun! Minsan
bad.
lang.
Yeah.
I try. What else do I say? I'll be like, I don't know. It just comes out sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes you speak
Do you know
Tagalog
how
in your YouTube
to
channel.
Do you know foul words in Tagalog?
Sorry.
Do you know foul words in Tagalog?
Foul
Don't
words.
say it. Don't say
Bad
it.
words.
I don't say foul words. I don't.
So when you
She's
play,
she's very.
you're not a trash talker when you play. You don't trash talk your opponents.
Not typically not. Before kind of, but not really anymore.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
What if someone what if you have an opponent that wants to fight you, like
Oh,
wants
what?
to make you pikon? Konyo, make you pikon.
Konyo. Konyo.
Di ko kasi alam, I don't know what's the English.
No,
I don't know.
one is like annoyed.
I know, wants to annoy you, make you pikon.
Usually when that happens, I literally just tell them like to go outside with me. I'm like,
Really?
But do you pick the ones you fight? Like if
No.
she's like 6-footer, no way. Like but if she's
no,
shorter than
it's always the short ones. I'm telling you, it's always the short ones. They're like, yeah, I'm telling, yeah. Ask any
the shorter ones are the ones that are wants to pick a fight.
Yes. They're very very aggressive.
Very intense.
Very makulit. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, makulit.
Yeah. From Greg Reyes, can't wait for Ella to have her first YouTube play button. Stay home, stay home, stay home.
Yeah.
Thank you. I hope that it comes soon.
I think, is your dad officially a coach or just your coach?
He actually coached like my third grade year, my fourth grade, and then my fifth grade, I think. Just to guide me. And then after that, he didn't want to coach like at all anymore because he said I was looking at him too much. Like, you know, when you like make a mistake or do something well, you like tend to look at your parents, and he's like, "Don't look at me. You're not supposed to do that." Like, I won't look anymore. So, yeah, just he's more of a coach now. Like after games and stuff, like he'll coach me, but not like as a profession or anything.
Right. Got it. Yeah. Thank you, Mark, for this compliment. This stream is crazy.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for hosting
Thank you,
this FTL. Right. And then from Cloud, let's go.
Let's go.
From John Darwin with the flex of muscles.
Flex it.
And then from Ice, get lit.
Get it.
Get it.
I thought get lit.
Iba yung inisip mo eh.
Get it.
And then from Ice as well, shout out KDK, Ken Dino Cat. Nice.
Wow.
Wow.
What's
What
up?
nickname you got there,
Yes.
Ice?
And from Gab, ang cute. We're
Kailangan ganun talaga pagkakasabi.
Ang cute. And then from, is your number 5? Are you number 5? Like Mark is asking why number 5? Because 5 forever.
Mm-hmm.
Forever.
5 was my first number ever. I didn't really choose it, but I kind of just stuck with it, I guess. I tried 8 because my dad was number 8 and it just did not stick with me. So
But 5 don't have any meaning for you. Like it was just your first number.
I remember like trying to make up stuff about it when I was young. I was like, I have 5 people in my family, so I love the number 5. It's just something like that. But no, I don't. Not that I remember, but yeah. When anybody asks me for a number, I say 5, or I say that's my lucky number.
Right.
I have a question because the forever reminded me something. Like you've mentioned that Kobe, the late great Kobe Bryant, was one of your idols, and one of those people who you look up to as a player. And like, do you I guess like how do you deal with how did you deal with his death before? And do you think like how do you empower like the Mamba mentality in your game moving forward?
I was in shock when I heard. I was practicing with my sister, and then my dad got the notification on his phone because he was coaching us, and we were just in shock. Like it never like synced in for us. I mean, now it's pretty something, but before it was just like what happened? And then actually maybe a month ago, I was at my sister's tournament, and it was a huge tournament. Like there were like thousands of girls there, and I was just thinking like, oh, like Gigi would have been here, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So invested in basketball, and it's just really sad. But in terms of Mamba mentality, I feel like it really helps for me when I'm practicing alone, because I'd be like, oh, I know that Kobe, when he's alone, like he'd go game speed, or like just imagining that maybe Kobe's watching me right now, so that I'd be like, game situation stuff. Or he just gives me that motivation whenever I think of him.
Right.
I'm just curious. Sorry.
Okay.
Like the forever, the Mamba forever.
Yeah, of course.
I saw it like
Right.
I just had to ask.
Do it for Kobe. Cloud, good luck and thanks for inspiring me and other people to work harder.
Thank you, Cloud, for your feedback.
Shout out Lodi, good evening po sa FTLTG fam at sa iyo po.
Kaiser.
Height doesn't matter, performance does. Go 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 Team Farleigh. He was the one who made the trailer. He was the one who
cool.
Yeah.
Wow. Also very talented. Thank you so much for that. That was awesome to share.
Right. whatever negative comments you hear, always prove them wrong. From
Thank
Greg.
Greg Reyes. He's always my hype man over here.
Yeah. You have a lot of. You don't just
Yeah.
have one. You have a lot, right?
You
You
got a
might
lot
need
of
to
them.
use Luya to care for your voice. Oh, you were talking about yelling and cheering for
Yeah,
your teammates.
Right. What is
So
it?
you
What?
might
Yeah.
ginger.
Ginger. Oh.
Because we have a ginger drink here in the Philippines called salapat.
Mhm.
So
That
just to
helps with your
soothe your throat.
Yeah.
Correct.
Something new every day.
Yeah. Another one from your height man, baller and missionary. That's good. You will reach a lot through that.
I
From
hope
Russell.
so. That's the plan. Thank you, Russell.
Oh yeah. So Ryan, just go back to the
Yeah,
replay.
she mentioned it
Because
earlier.
she mentioned it already earlier.
What
And
first made me love basketball and truly become.
oh, another hype man. Go Ella, I'm number one fan mo ako.
Thank you.
JB Sakilayan.
Thank you. I really
Those,
appreciate
I think those are like your subscribers, right?
I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think so. They're so awesome. Yeah.
Right. Keep balling ate. See you soon
See
from
you
Ryan
soon,
Reyes.
Ryan.
Right. So Ella is also a perfect opportunity. I think you have a lot of hype man here in our group comment section. Maybe for those who are not yet your hype man or hype woman, maybe you want to invite them to your YouTube channel and talk about what's your content and what would they expect in the coming months and years with your YouTube.
Okay. Well, first of all, thank you so much, all my subscribers that are here. I was not expecting like the support that like literally blew up in these past couple of months. I really do appreciate that so much. And for those of you who haven't subscribed yet, please feel free to do so. I am totally open to any of your content suggestions, and would really appreciate if you would like and share all my content, because I do take a lot of time to upload those. Even though it's still like a really good time doing it anyway. And yeah, I mean, above all else, just stay safe. And I just love spreading the Filipino culture, and everybody here like loves it. So again, more content suggestions, because already did Jollibee. I think I want to do Max Chicken because that's like so good.
Oh.
Yes.
The ketchup.
I
I love the
ketchup.
I love the ketchup in
Yeah.
Max's.
Me, I love banana ketchup.
Yeah, the banana ketchup.
Yeah,
Yes. The
yeah.
banana
Yes.
ketchup.
Mhm.
Yeah, so road to 100K. So if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe.
Please
And
do.
where can they, give suggestions
Mhm.
for your content?
You
Since
could
you
always
where can they
always
send you a message?
you could send me a message through my Instagram, my Facebook. It's all Ella Patrice Fajardo, very simple. Or you could just comment anywhere on any of my YouTube
video.
videos,
Yeah.
because I do check it
Right.
regularly.
Ken Kat, do you have suggestions for Ella's content?
Yeah. We'll take a while.
Try balot on your
Balot.
YouTube.
Balot, yeah, balot.
I don't know if you want to try
And
that.
Do they have it there? Do they have it there?
They don't have. I don't know if they have balot. I saw that they have kwek kwek though. I've never tried that.
Oh, quick.
Kwek is good.
Quail egg. Quail egg is good.
Yeah.
It's just an egg. You can eat those.
it's
Yeah.
good. And
That's
maybe try what's the other one? Say
Tagalog
the
challenge.
100-year-old egg, the century egg.
Ugh.
Have you
It's
tried that?
yeah, it's good. Chinese. It's good.
Yeah.
It's
Expensive?
kind of no, it's not. It's like common century egg.
Yeah.
You
It's
have like 100-year-old eggs laying around.
Yeah.
yeah.
Balot and century egg. That's what they call it in English.
That's what we call
The
it.
100. It was featured in
Century.
Fear Factor. Balot and century egg.
Is it really 100 years old?
No. They were just kidding about it.
That's
But,
That was the name. That was
But
that
it's
was
intriguing because when you want to try 100-year-old.
right. I guess so. I was gonna say,
Right.
how's that not expensive? That's why I asked
Right.
if it's expensive first.
Right. So guys, if you have suggestions, this one is Tagalog challenge from Monchi.
Can you do it?
So much. I get that so much. I'd be so
From-
sad.
From JB, go try
Oh, yan.
balot. Right? Same as Ken's suggestion. Kat, you have a suggestion?
None so far.
Okay.
Wait, can I say something? Sorry.
Yeah,
Yesterday, I was talking to my uncle from the Philippines, and we were talking about sisig. I wanted to do like some type of sisig challenge because I haven't tried all the sisig yet. I've tried pusit. I've tried salmon sisig.
Pork.
I've tried, of course, the pork sisig.
Chicken.
That's what I had in my last one. I've never tried chicken yet. I heard.
Bangus.
I heard there's.
Bangus sisig. Milkfish. Milkfish sisig.
Well, I've never tried that yet.
Tama no, milkfish ang bangus.
Oh, bangus.
Nakalimutan na natin English na. Yan,
Neffex,
tama.
Neffex, yeah.
Milkfish. Milkfish sisig. Sisig.
I heard. Yeah, there's a lot of sisig to try from. I think my favorite is pusit though.
Isaw.
Dinuguan ng palaya. That's gonna
Oh,
be
ampalaya.
palaya. That's the bitter one, and then the dinuguan, it's like pig's blood.
Oh, love it.
Yeah,
She's
I
like,
mean,
okay.
of course.
Yeah.
So we've given Ella so many suggestions already. So guys, if you have further suggestions, you can contact her via Instagram and Facebook. You can send her a DM, and for YouTube, you can just comment it on her YouTube videos, right? And don't forget to like.
Yes.
Click the like button. Yes.
Like, follow,
And of-
subscribe, yes, everything.
Yes. And Ella, of course, you also have your Instagram account. Maybe you want to invite people to, apart from your YouTube, you want to invite people to follow you on your journey towards your dreams.
Yes. There is my Instagram, Fajardo with 3 O's at the end. And there is a link to my YouTube, so it's very easy for you guys to see what's on there. And just, yeah, you could just see parts of my life and parts of my journey.
Right. Yeah. So don't forget to follow Ella on Instagram with 3
social
O's.
media, yes.
Right.
Thank you.
Yep. Before we let you go, some comments, Ate Ella.
Number
following
2
up-
fan.
Number 2 fan here.
Following the number 1 fan there.
Let's go, Ella. We are rooting for you.
Thank you so much,
And
JL.
teaching your friends Tagalog slang.
Tagalog slang. I need to
From
learn Tagalog slang.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So, Ella, thank you so much. Ken, you want to start it off?
Thank you.
Yeah, Ella, maraming salamat for joining us here. And sobrang salamat for waking up. I know it's
Problem.
it's ano ba dyan? 10:30 a.m. in New Jersey, and really fun to talk to. Looking forward to meet you in person, and your dad as well, because your dad is a big Filipino basketball
Yes.
fan, and I think he's a huge basketball junkie, judging from like your videos, And yun, hope to see you soon, and good luck on your journey.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. And thank you, of course, Milo Philippines also for partnering with this. And I just appreciate you guys so much. And I would wake up at any time to do this again. So if you ever need another episode, I'm totally down. You don't even need to ask.
Yeah. After you win the medal for the Philippines, we can have you back here. Pressure. Right. Kat?
Yeah, Ella, definitely enjoyed talking to you tonight or like there today. You really give up positive energy to everyone, to us, to our viewers. So hopefully you actually have an amazing journey ahead of you. So good luck with that. But really, thank you. We really do appreciate your time. And again, as Ken has mentioned, I know you said that you're not a morning person, but we really do appreciate you waking up so early and being with us and talking to us. And you're younger than us, but you inspire us. You inspire our viewers, your followers, your fans. And you have a bright future ahead of you. So good luck with that. And again, I am a fan. May mga nagsabi dito 1 2 3 4. Sige, panglima na ako.
Number 3.
Merong number 4.
Number 4.
I would
Number 4.
okay, nasa
Number
listahan
5.
ako ng panglima. But no, yeah, again, thank you so much, Ella. It's an honor and a privilege to have you here with us tonight.
Oh, thank you. That means so much.
Thanks, Kat. First of all, Ella, I just want to thank your parents because I think based on your mood now, you're very happy. So that means they served you a good breakfast. So I just wanna thank your parents. Thank God, right? If they did serve you breakfast this morning.
Yeah, I've been a little edgy.
Maybe
You would
yeah,
do that
you
with
probably
Angry Ella episode.
agitated, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, I just wanna, I think Ken and Kat has already said the things that I wanted to say, but I just wanna thank you for being a kind human being and being a humble human being. So I wish you good luck with your season. I'm sure you're gonna be busy with training and implementing the Mamba mentality. And
I just want to add, Ella, you are an inspiration not only as a basketball player, but also as a Catholic, as as your with your faith in God and being so vocal with it. Not everyone is like you who has
Right.
that kind heart and I'm truly amazed with your faith and I just want to say it.
I think
Yeah.
Ella, may sasuggest na ako na YouTube content na outside of food. If you come back here in the Philippines, dadayo tayo ng iba't ibang court.
Whoa! Wait,
Dadayo tayo
I
ng iba't
watched
ibang court. Tapos,
those.
it's a combination of Tagalog challenge because your opponents will be speaking in Tagalog but you're gonna be in English and you're gonna compete with each other. So, we're gonna tour you around the different courts here. In Rizal, in Ken's court, in Quezon City, in my court, in the South, in Cat's court, right?
The South.
That's the Dayo series of Ella Fajardo.
Right. I'm gonna be scared of the Tagalog trash talking, and I'm gonna be like, "What? Like,
Right.
I don't know what you're saying."
Right. Yeah,
I don't know what you're saying, but okay.
For sisig, I think you can check out Ninong Rice channel. A lot of different sisig,
Nice.
and then eat polvoron without water challenge.
Whoa. And whistle.
Yeah. And from Justin, good luck on your journey, Ella.
Justin.
Right. Yeah. So Ella, you have any more words before we let you go?
Well, I think I'm good. I had such a great time, and like I said, I'd wake up to this like anytime,
Yeah.
any.
Right. Yeah. Hope we can play basketball with you soon.
Yes,
Sooner
for
rather than later.
sure. Stay safe, you guys.
You too, Ella. Thank you so much.
Ella, thank you so
Take
much.
Thank
Hope
you.
Have a good day.
Hope you can go through some of those comments on YouTube and
Right.
on Facebook.
Of course.
'Cause I think there were a lot of suggestions, and I think we kind of missed out on certain comments. So maybe.
Yeah.
I will definitely check it out. Thank you so much, everyone who came and
Thank you.
supported and asked for a shout out and gave content suggestions. You guys are awesome.
Thank you, Ella.
All right.
Thank you,
Take care.
Ella. Have a good
Bye.
day. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Ayun. Maraming salamat din sa mga nanood sa ating ngayong gabi. I know it's late in the evening already, but yun, in the flesh, Ella Fajardo, grabe. Our youngest guest yet, so many experiences, so many takeaways from this episode. And speaking of takeaway, don't forget to participate for a chance to win one of the 5 gift packs courtesy of Milo Philippines. I already mentioned the mechanics earlier. So yun, consisting of Milo mug, sports bottle, drawstring bag. So if you want to be one of the 5 winners, just share your takeaway. Follow at Milo Philippines and at For the Love of the Game. And share it on your Instagram stories. So yun, abangan nyo yung pangalan nyo next episode. Kung gusto nyong mapabilang dyan. So yun. Maraming salamat din sa Milo Philippines. And of course, maraming salamat din sa mga nag-share nitong episode na ito. And yung mga nagpadala ng gift sa Kumu, thank you so much. Thank you din sa Dream Team, kay Sir Arnold Balay sa nag-tune in kanina. And ito na, next episode natin, August 25, Wednesday, 8 p.m. ulit tayo. Our next guest is none other than ito yata pinakamaraming gold medal na
Ng pandemic.
nag-guess natin, no? None other than karate wizard James De Los Santos. So yun, abangan nyo yan. August 25, Wednesday, 8 p.m. So sama-sama tayo dyan. So yun. So that does it for our episode for tonight. On behalf of my co-host, the Dino Lee and the One-Armed Mamba, Miss Kat Tan. Ako po si Ken Pangilinan saying so long, stay safe, and see you on the next episode of For the Love of the Game. Good night, guys.
Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Keep my head up when I act, head up, that's a fact. Never looking back, I'ma keep myself on track. Keep my head up, staying strong, always moving on. Feel I don't belong, tell my thoughts to move along. Push myself to be the best, die with no regrets. Live with every breath, see my message start to spread. And I had so many dreams, then you hit your teens. Life ain't really what it seems, try to find out what it means. Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Yeah, I put out all this art, it's my only medicine. Yeah, everything I do, I'm just being genuine. Yeah, I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah. I'm grateful, oh yeah, able, oh yeah, I'm stable, oh yeah, no label, oh yeah, you know me, I have only a path, I'm lonely, but damn, I'm going to I don't want no fake love, I want the real stuff. Everybody listen up, cause I'll only say it once. I'm gonna show you all the path, if you want it bad. I'm gonna show you where it's at, yeah, how you can get it back. Yeah, cause I ain't never done, I'll be number one. Working hella hard until I get just what I want. Yeah, rises like the sun, yeah, fatal like a gun. Shooter's gonna shoot and I'm gonna shoot until I won. Yeah, always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Yeah, I put out all this art, it's my only medicine. Yeah, everything I do, I'm just being genuine. Yeah, I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah. Grateful, oh yeah, able, oh yeah, I'm stable, oh yeah, no label, oh yeah, you know me, I have only a path, I'm lonely, but damn, I'm going to win, yeah.